As someone who enjoys the internet and has, in a way, made a living off of it, I hate to say anything bad about it, but it has had some very negative effects in the space of online recruitment. They're just not quite the effects that people sometimes think in the context of the Islamic State. So the internet is sometimes thought of as the gateway drug. People will go online and discover that ISIS exists. They will discover the message of ISIS and then be seduced by it and then go to Syria and fight. And it seems that that is not how it works. Instead, the way it works is people know someone directly in real life, a friend who's gone. There's some patient zero in their community who goes there, and then the internet is what they use, what is used after that person says, hey, I've gone over here. It's great, and if you want to know more, here are a few websites. And then you can, at home, radicalize with materials that in the past would have to be passed around in a kind of covert way. So it's not quite as dangerous as it is sometimes painted as, but it's still an important aspect of this ecosystem that has driven so many people over there.
And is there anything realistically or reasonably that could be done to limit that damaging effect of the internet?
I would have said a couple years ago, no, it's the internet. What are you going to do with the internet? But that's false. First of all, social media companies, back in the early days of ISIS, remember they declared themselves as the Islamic State in mid-2014, not too long ago. Back then, you could say anything on Twitter about ISIS, about how great ISIS was, tell people how to get to ISIS territory, send them links, give them advice on whether their kayak.com search was the right one to get them as close to the border as possible. And now, if you are sending that kind of information out, your account will be terminated pretty darn fast. So social media companies, Facebook was ahead of the curve on this, Twitter caught up pretty fast, and now ISIS is reduced to using other tools like Telegram, which are not as well resourced as those other companies, and therefore can't have rooms full of people who are looking for radicalization. The other thing that has been tried, and the data I don't think are quite in yet, is carefully returned searches. So if I'm searching for Islamic State fatwa, if I'm searching for Islamic State and also am looking for tickets to Syria or tickets to Turkey, then there have been attempts to with a kind of judo of search engine judo, instead return stories about ISIS that are negative, and the kind of stories that actually matter, not just saying ISIS does not understand Islam, but saying to people, look, these are some of the things about ISIS that you might not know that are actually likely to affect your eagerness to go and join it.